Okay, we are going to do this set, which is another polybag. Just going to get these out of the way. But I am going to do non-polybag stuff like next, even though I've got, I think, one more at least. Anyway, let's just do this because I want something quick. And this is Dreamzzz set, so I haven't got any other Dreamzzz things. They're slightly too expensive, and I haven't watched the TV series or the anything to do with it, so I don't really know. It just looks like a quickie set, but this looks quite fun, and it was cheap, so we'll do this. There's some interesting pieces in here. So I did notice actually, like in the previous set, there was this camera bit. I think it's from the arm wasn't part of it, but that's like an old school camera, but it's blue. That's a thing of note that I didn't mention. And there was another piece that was also, oh yeah, her leg is kind of cool. So there's some other cool things. I just wanted to get those out of the way before we get anywhere. There's not a lot of pieces in this, are there? Not a lot of pieces, but they are interesting pieces. So we'll just do this, and it comes with a very nicely shaded thing, and you get some interesting little creatures. You get this blobby person who has a minifigure style head. So that's quite a neat little piece. So it's like a good introduction. Like, it makes me feel like, oh, I should have a look. But I feel like it's like the hidden side thing. I don't think I ever got any of the hidden side sets. So, but it's that kind of like. I'm sure that there must be some sort of what's the term? Like, there's an app for it. I'm sure. Maybe there isn't. There's like this thing here. Oh, that's just sustainable packaging. Maybe there isn't. Maybe they just gave up on the app style stuff. But who knows? This is going to be interesting anyhow. So I don't know. Maybe it is. This has been sitting in my bedroom for the last like month or two because I separated it from the rest of everything else for some reason, and I never get around to doing it. I've always been thinking about doing it, and we're doing it right now when we have a little bunny rabbit. I don't know if I've ever had this piece before in a different colour. It's not focusing. There we go. But who knows? I feel like the slime mould head thing reminds me of something. Like, I've definitely not had that piece before, but I feel like it reminds me of some other headpiece thing from the past. So anyway, but I could just be imagining everything. And that's what this is all about. It's imagination. It's dreams. Dreams and happiness. Maybe it's not. Like, I don't know. I actually did watch a short segment of this, and they were like running away from zombies or something, or they were running away from some sort of monsters that were out. And I was like, well, that's a lot darker than what you kind of think it would be. So, I could watch a few more. But it felt like it was very generic storytelling. It felt like it was like, we're going to do like a Marvel TV show, but we're going to make it for kids. But it's going to be the same kind of story beats. But which is what you would expect, I think. But anyway, it's not really about the TV show. It's about the Lego. And I definitely would have thought this probably would be kind of interesting. But the thing is, they make all these kind of sets, and then they have to play them off against like their Marvel sets and their Star Wars sets and so on. Though I think people are getting a bit fatigued with all of that kind of stuff. So maybe they're more open to this. Did I see them mentioning having a season 2? I think I did. That there was going to be a series 2 of this stuff. So maybe it's working out. There we go. I do regret not getting any of the hidden side things, because I wanted to get at least one. I think there was a stage where I was going to go back to the shop where I get everything cheap from, and they'd run out. But I did go back to the shop to get this one with the farm animals on it. But then I was like, I'll get it next time, because I've got to really watch how much money I'm spending at the moment, because it's that kind of time of the history. And so we're going like this. So we're making this thing. We're making a spider. I haven't made a spider before. I didn't mention that these pieces, I've never had these before, and they're quite neat. I feel like a lot of those would be kind of cool. I have made Lego spiders before, so this is not an all too unusual experience. I was going to say, ooh, I got a book today, which I think I already had, which might be fun for putting in with the Pick-a-Brick sets videos, if I ever get around to making another one. Even though, from where I am sitting, I can literally see several containers of Pick-a-Bricks that I have to actually open up. I did go back to the shop, and they didn't have anything new, and they sold out of all the really cool Pithay pieces that I really wanted, which is, well, I missed my chance. But you got these little eyes. They'll have more soon, I guess. And I did get some kind of cool ones. These are frustrating to put on, because you do want them to be kind of straight. There we go. And there we go. There's a retro toy fair thing coming up in Auckland that I went to, I think, last year, and they had somebody was selling some somewhat vintage Lego sets. I don't think I ever did any of them. That reminds me, that's another Pick-a-Brick bag thing that's been sitting. Oh, I've got another one, haven't I? Oh, where'd I put it? Oh yeah, I got this retro one. This is from last year, I think. I don't think I ever did this one. It's like another Technic set. This one is bulky as anything. Way bulkier than this one, but doesn't have the cool lime green things. Anyway, this spider, which doesn't have 8 legs, it has 6 legs, so it's not really a spider. Has to be built. So yesterday I had a discussion, I think it was yesterday, with a child who was using these, they call them flying foxes, but they're not really. But it's like a little metal thing that you grab onto and you can fly across from one side of the playground to the other. I'm sure they have them wherever you are. But anyway, they were like, you can do it upside down. If you're like small, you can pull yourself up and then you walk along. And they were like, I'm a spider. And I'm like, well, you're kind of going sideways, so it's more like you're a crab. And, so I think this is more a crab, and they probably walk sideways. But I mean, everybody dislikes spiders, but they really, really would prefer that they were like, if you were going to be compared to somebody in your elegant movements across a not quite flying fox, you want to be called a spider, not a crab. So they might have been a little bit disappointed. There we go. Like, the term flying fox is probably not a very universal term. That's a flying fox is a thing with like rope, and you hold onto the rope and then you swing across you go flying across the rope. I don't know if they actually have many in New Zealand anymore, because I feel like they're kind of a bit dangerous. But they have these metal versions, which are slightly less dangerous. I mean, the actual flying fox is fine, but they have this thing where the kids, they just really want to, because it's like a bit you hold onto, and it like goes along in a little rail in the train thing, and they always want to smash it against the end, and you're like, that's a bit dangerous. You're going to hit somebody in the head with that. And I'm always surprised that no one does get their head hit. So you never really know. So that was it. I don't know why I've got 2 of these. I think I made a mistake. I think this needed to go somewhere. Hold on. It should be in here. So one goes on the bottom. So that little transparent thing is not actually part of the spider. It's an illusion to make it look like it's floating in the air, which is not particularly convincing. So there's the spider. I should go close-up view. There's the spider. And there's another piece. What's this belong to? Oh no. Oh, that's the back of the spider. Okay, so now we're done, and we get a couple of extra pieces. So that's quite fun. It's not a very big set, but it's got a little slimy thing, which will come in handy for basically any minifigure that you want to make hilariously funny. So there you go. She looks hilarious there. So that's that. Oh, that's where that thing came from. Okay, so we can go there. But I did get one more of these. So I went to the shop to get a Lego set with animals in it. Changed my mind. But they did have these for the cheapy price, which is interesting because someone had complained that chain of stores was selling this at a somewhat inflated price. So they have gone down to the normal low price. And in all fairness to these things, the price hasn't changed at all since they first came out years ago. So they're pretty inflation resistant so far. Every so often they try and bump up the price. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world, but here they're resistant. I don't like opening them. They give me a chill down my back. And who have we got? We've got someone different, which is at least something. And it's that robot person. Or somebody. Oh, where's my little... oh, I lost it already. Oh, I've got one other thing to show as well. It's show and tell day. It is... Oh, it's somebody related to like growing big or small.